guys, welcome back to Some Chicks Art. This is me, Amanda. Today we're going to talk about the Etsy shop and kind of how to set it up and some tips and tricks. So the first thing is I'm going to actually go up here to the shop manager and I'm just going to show you my shop. So this was yesterday. It shows you the views, the visits. So my shop's not doing the greatest. I've been on Etsy since 2012, so it's changed a lot and there's a lot more people on here. So when you first open a shop, it's gonna take a while before you get found. They usually say to have at least 100 or more listings to get found. So if you have fewer, unless you have a really good unique item, you really need to have quite a bit of listings. So before even setting up a shop, I would highly recommend at least having 100 and then setting up. So especially for a smaller new shop. But again, if you have something very unique that you're selling that nobody else is selling, then go ahead and try. So here's my listings. On this side, they'll tell you if it's active, if it's a draft you started, which ones have expired, which ones have sold out, which ones you don't want, they're inactive. All right, let's get back to it. So here are my listings. I'm going to just click on one to kind of go over. So you're going to have your title here. You're going to fill out all this information, all these sections you're going to want to fill out. When you do a copy, this is convenient because it has everything already there, so you don't have to fill it all back out again. But you're gonna, want to make sure you change out all the correct things when you are putting in a new item. If I'm doing another bookmark, most of that's gonna stay the same, so it's not too bad. So this is all the information you need to fill out. The cool thing with Etsy is you can use them to print out labels, which I do. This is very helpful. All you do is when you make a sale, you're just going to hit purchase label. You're going to put in how much the package weighs, the size of it. It's fairly easy, so you can totally do that, and you'll save money. So I recommend doing that. A few tips after you have set up your listings, you got them all here. After a couple days, what you're going to want to do is make sure you can find your listings. So I'm just going to put in randomly, the most easiest one to say is gouache painting. Those are what I always do. And as you can see, all these are mine. So those ones I'm doing good. That's good. But let's say bookmark. That is normally a harder thing to find because there is so many of them. So we'll look here and see if we can find any of my bookmarks. And I can't, so I still need to work on that listing. So that's what you do, is you refine your listing until you can be found. And you can click on other people's listings. So if my listing is similar to something here, kind of like this listing here, then I would try to maybe use some of these words, maybe even look down at their description and make maybe my description a little bit longer, a little bit more involved. And you can even see where they're putting their items. So they're putting it directly under bookmarks. So, and that's where I have my bookmarks. So just keep in mind about all these different type of things to help you. Another great helpful tip, if you scroll all the way to the bottom of Etsy, they have teams. And these teams can really help you. So I am a part of several teams where we like each other's listings. We heart, we post our listing and then it gets hearted by 10. And you have to make sure that you're connecting with the team and you're doing what it says. Otherwise you will get kicked out of the teams. But that is helpful to start getting some of your items found. Another thing is in the forms, you can ask people questions. You can ask them like, how's my shop? Any of these popular discussions, you can look in here and see if there's something here will help you. This is a great way to get involved with Etsy. There's actually people that work for Etsy that comment on here. So take a look at this. This can be a very helpful tool. So those are like random things I've learned throughout about Etsy. Yeah. As you can see, the more you fill out on Etsy, the better. So I'm involved with the community, which is, again, I would take full advantage of that to continue to get found. There's so much you can say about this. So if you have tons of questions or have no idea what you're doing, just really look up different people on here that are close to your niche and see how they list their listings, and just kind of go from there. I mean, you can constantly change your listings soon, so you can always go back in there and change out things and update. Maybe you forgot to put in a tag. Like, make sure you use all your tags. Make sure you fill out as much as possible. I can't stress that enough. Etsy has really gotten hard to be found, so you're gonna have to really work with it, and don't get stressed out or feel bad if it's not doing right away, because I really can't talk today. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, I hope this is helpful, and if you do have more questions, like I said, just leave them in the comments. Thanks, guys.